The greatest Royal Rumble. This is WWE's big stadium show in Saudi Arabia. It's going to be a huge show, big attendance, major event for WWE. You know, this is a historic event because of its nature. It's I think it's their first show in Saudi Arabia, but also historic. No women are featured on the show, so very historic. I mean, the women, you know, they can stay at home, stay in the kitchen. I mean, I'm sure a lot of them are on vacation right now, so they're probably not too angry, but, you know, why would WWE, you know, as long as you pay them, they'll do anything for money. As any company, philanthropy is the future of marketing. Right, Stephanie McMahon? You know, the women's revolution, bullshit. I mean, we don't even need to talk about it. I've talked about for years how hypocritical WWE really is. And I'm happy they're getting a lot of bad publicity. And Triple H can try and cover it up in interviews. Fuck off. This is bullshit. None of them are allowed to be on the show. Finn Bálor, I'm sure, is not allowed to wear his rainbow t-shirt on this show. So, yeah. Go to a country that oppresses women and oppresses gays. You know, it is what it is. This is one of the most hypocritical companies you'll ever see. It's like, we don't even need to talk about this. I'll say one last thing. Philanthropy is the future of marketing. Right, Stephanie? So on this pre-show panel, they have Jerry Lawler, they have Jim Ross, they have Byron Saxton, Booker T. It's just like the WrestleMania panel. They're going through all the matches, showing all the video package that they're going to show before the matches anyways. And also, they did show, They showed the set. The set looks awesome. I mean, it's an outdoor stadium, has a WrestleMania atmosphere. When I first saw it, kind of got, you know, WrestleMania kind of vibe. I'm thinking to myself, oh shit, it's a huge show. You have this giant stage that looks nice, and of course you have the four pillars. Never done an outdoor venue since this is an outdoor venue, and you have the giant set above that covers the ring. It looks like a huge show, but you know, there's like a black cloud hanging all over the show. So, Paul Heyman cut a great promo on the pre-show, and now, it was a great promo. Obviously, we all know Brock's going back to the UFC, or he's going to fight again. He really teased it heavily, and, the opening match is Triple H national anthems. One for the Saudi Arabian national anthem, and the second was the United States national anthem. Just really the anthems, no singing in either of them. The opening match was John Cena and Triple H, which they announced would start, and, you know, these two are two big names, and they had a WWE-style match in the opening match. It was a WWE-style main event like you'd see on a pay-per-view in 2008 or 2007, something like that. I mean, these two, they haven't had that many matches together, but this one, I mean, I thought it was fine. It was a good opener to start the show. It was a typical WWE match, though. It's like how they do big matches. They had John Cena use 3 AAs to beat Triple H, so Cena gets the win. The match, again, the crowd was into it. They liked Triple H a lot. John Cena had a cool entrance. He came with Saudi Arabian kids, so the entrances were good, and the match was fine. It wasn't a great match. It was a good match. I didn't think it was great. I thought it was really good. Cena gets the win, and after the match, he goes on the mic. He thanks everyone for being here, tells everyone to enjoy the show, and he alluded to the Nikki Bella thing, so I'm sure that thing's going to be all over Total Divas, but he said he wouldn't miss this for the world. Well, I'm sure he wouldn't miss it. He's going to have to be around Nikki since she's not allowed to come. So, and speaking of the woman, they did the whole, they showed that fucking Backlash commercial. So they're showing female athletes in commercials there. I don't know if that thing's there, but that Backlash commercial was absolutely hilarious. I like it now. It's terrible, but it's hilarious. I like it. I'm a fan of that commercial. I think it's funny. It's grown on me. It's a guilty pleasure. So I'm a fan of it. It shows a whole bunch of the women singing or pretending to sing. So I wonder if they aired that there. They went to Kalisto and the challenging Cedric Alexander for the Cruiserweight title. Alexander won. Match wasn't much. I mean, it was a Cruiserweight match. Not a great match. Crowd was completely dead. They didn't care. So, I mean, Saudi Arabia and the United States have something in common, but they don't give a shit about the Cruiserweight division. Raw tag titles, Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt against Cesaro and Sheamus. This was just so predictable. I did not care. I barely paid attention to this match. I was like drifting off in this match. I was falling asleep. I do not care because it's so predictable. One team's on SmackDown, the other team's on Raw. We all know Hardy and Wyatt have to win because they're not going to have two champions on SmackDown. And then both the other SmackDown title match, the Usos and Harper and Rowan are both on SmackDown. So we all knew who was going to win. Hardy and Wyatt are champs. Match wasn't much. They went to Jeff Hardy and Jinder Mahal. My God, this was one of the most embarrassing parts. So Jinder didn't get a big reaction, neither did Jeff. But Jinder, I mean, they did not care about him at all. And I'm thinking to myself,
that might be the worst botch in WWE history. I mean, Jeff Hardy goes for Whisper to win. He doesn't even come close to Jinder. It was Jeff's fault, probably more than Jinder. Maybe Jinder was in the wrong position. He probably was, but Jeff doesn't even come close to him. So instead of, okay, so someone messed up Jinder, and he sells it like he got hit. He sells it like he got hit, even though Jeff didn't even come close to him. Jeff's on practically like 4 or 5 feet away from him, don't even touch him, and he sells him. The commentators had to cover for him. That was fucking horrible. That might be the worst botch I have ever seen. I can't believe how bad of a botch that was. That was just embarrassingly bad. That was just the worst botch ever. That was fucking horrible. I mean, whenever you see one of those YouTube videos, his proof WWE is fixed, they're gonna play this all the time. That was just fucking trash. I mean, how the hell did they not know that? Holy fuck, it didn't even come close to him. I can't believe that. I'm still shocked. I'm stunned. I am stunned that happened. Oh my god, he didn't even touch him. Anyway, Jeff won the match, but that was the worst botch ever. So during the in-between intervals, I mean, they're doing backstage segment. Chris Jericho was backstage. He got absolutely no reaction. He did the whole listening with the mic guy. I think he calls him Tom Phillips or whatever. It was no reaction, embarrassingly bad for Jericho. I think Jericho was kind of frustrated. He kept trying to milk it, zero reaction. There was also a backstage segment, or not so much a segment, but they went to the commentators and they went backstage, or not backstage. I think they took so much time. It was almost like an intermission that all the panel, like JR the King, Byron Saxon, Booker, they were all talking about the matches, previewing later matches, talking about previous matches. I think they were doing a huge prayer service. I think during half the show they have to do the prayer service. I think they were doing it at that time, even though it's not halfway through the show. It's only like an hour into the show, or hour and a half. But they did that. That's what I think was going on. In my opinion, I don't know for sure. That's what I think happened. So that happens. And they also aired this fucking embarrassing propaganda video. The women are being allowed to drive. Wow, women are being allowed to drive. You're fucking kidding me. You're calling that progression? Holy fuck. I mean, how much far, like, the US, you can say, was this way to a woman, like, in the 1800s. Not even now. And the W is going to a show in which they promote women. They say the women's revolution. Women are not even allowed to compete. It's like, holy fuck. In America, the women can be main eventing WrestleMania. It's probably going to be Ronda Rousey and Charlotte main eventing WrestleMania, and they're not even allowed to compete in this country. It's that really annoying. That was fucking propaganda. And they do this whole thing with this Prince. WWE is embarrassing. Like, they're fucking promoting propaganda. Complete, utter propaganda, just disgusting. Fucking joke. That was horrible. That's terrible to be associated with that. My god, that was fucking horrible. If I was in one of those women, I'm sure they're all happy, probably they're all on like vacation and stuff. Follow them on Instagram, I do. They're not even, they're not angry or anything, they're probably happy, but, they're getting screwed out of money, and they could be making a lot of money. All the guys are gonna be making big money here, and it's like, my god, so fucking horrible, that video. It's just unbelievable. Oh, they should be embarrassed to be fucking doing. It's really unsettling that they're doing this show. Even though the show's not too bad. But, I mean, the first match was good. Everything else has just been kind of a bore. It's probably going to get good soon. So SmackDown tag titles were next. Harper and Rowan against the Usos. It was pretty much a domination by Harper and Rowan. They beat them decisively. That was it. I was expecting the Usos, they could start the show. That's how I thought they'd go. I mean, like the same thing happened at WrestleMania. It was just Harper and Rowan get a dominant victory and the match is over. Nothing else. There was nothing else to it. The Intercontinental title was next. Rollins against Bálor, against Samoa Joe, against The Miz. So we all knew, okay, it has to be Rollins or Bálor, because when Jeff won, the U.S. title staying on SmackDown and Raw, so we know it has to be Rollins or Bálor. And they're probably going to feud the way they ended the match. And the match was good. I mean, for a ladder match, though, I mean, we've seen so many legendary ladder matches. It was just nothing much. It was nothing special. I thought they were going to go all out, killing themselves for this crowd to make this a big show, but it was tame for a ladder match. You had Joe was dominant for a while. We saw some dives on the other side. I mean, nothing really from the ladder. And Bálor was bleeding, and Miz, we all knew, had no chance to win. Neither with Joe, so they didn't do much to faze me. Rollins got the win. The way he did was he snatched it away from Bálor, so that looks like the next feud. Maybe Bálor turns on Rollins, but Rollins won. The match was okay. So then they go to, they keep doing propaganda, like WWE, the way the show started off with Corey Graves, they keep promoting Jeddah as this great country. I'm thinking to myself, oh, it's so horrible. They do this whole thing with these 4 guys from the tryouts that they're signed, and they beat up, Ari Daivari and Sean Daivari. I thought that was horrible. That segment sucked. That was shit. So, these 4 guys they signed, I thought that was just a terrible segment. Sean Daivari, though, he's the older brother of Ari, and we all know he used to manage Muhammad Hassan. I hope Muhammad Hassan's in the Royal Rumble. That'd be awesome if he comes back in the Royal Rumble. They should just bring him back for the Royal Rumble. That'd be really cool. And I also heard there's a lot of controversy right now about Sami Zayn. I don't know if he was allowed to compete. I'm not watching the show live. I'm watching it as it happens, and I'm thinking to myself, there's a lot of controversy right here. I don't know. I hope Sami's okay. He's a Syrian Muslim, so maybe those 2 countries don't get along. They're feuding, I guess. But I don't know what the situation with Sami is. He should have even traveled there. Neither with Paul Heyman. You know the amount of anti-Semitism that exists in the Middle East? Man, Paul Heyman shouldn't have had to travel. Anyone who is Jewish. Oh, it's just so bad that they're going to this country. Anyway, AJ and Nakamura, these 2 guys need to have redemption. They probably are motivated to have a great match. I don't think you'll see a title change because I think they're going to continue into Backlash, but I'm thinking they're going to.
So when AJ and Nakamura are wrestling, the crowd is just making all these noises. I'm thinking to myself, are they hijacking the show? They're really going to hijack the show? This is the reverse of the United States. In the United States, they'd love a match like this. Unless they're exhausted at WrestleMania, at any other building when they have a lot of energy, they'd love this. And are these guys what they think, the American think? What was really happening is I think the reason they were making so much noise was the royal family was taking their seats. So I think that's why they were making so much noise. I don't think they were hijacking the match. Nakamura was the heel, AJ was the face. They did the whole booyah, and the match was getting really good. It started off slow like WrestleMania. I think off, oh man, they're gonna do another letdown. However, the match got really good. At the end of the match, oh shit, this is what I wanted. They got really, really good. It was getting exciting. I was enjoying it. This is gonna be a great match. And just like WrestleMania, right when AJ had that really cool spot when he does that spot into the Styles Clash. All right, great spot. Nakamura's saying, now this match is going to get great, and then the match is over. Here it was the same thing. They're battle on the outside, count out, match over. After the match, AJ beats down Nakamura, hits him with the phenomenal form out front, like he does a dive out of the ring to hits a phenomenal form to Nakamura, knocks him down. AJ beats him down, gets the heat finally, so I guess it's a rematch at Backlash. AJ Nakamura, part 3 on Backlash. Hopefully they have a great match. I know, it's just don't book this match. You don't have to book the match. Just save it for Backlash and don't book the match. What's the point of booking this match? Why? There was no reason to book this match. Why did they need to book it? I don't get it. They didn't have to. They could have had AJ fight or face someone else and retain the belt and then set up Nakamura and just have him in the Rumble. They didn't need to book this match. So, yeah. Then we go to, Taker and Rusev. So I was thinking this match is just going to be squash. Rusev got some offense. Undertaker's entrance live was awesome. It was really awesome watching it. I have to admit, it was just great seeing the entrance live. Especially in a big stadium outside. And the match itself, I mean, Taker, 8 English got involved. Rusev got some heat, but, he obviously the whole bury me slowly, brother. Didn't bury him as slowly as I thought he would. So there's a win for Rusev. It wasn't complete and utter squash, but Taker got the win, chokeslam. They couldn't tombstone Rusev. I think Rusev was just too much. But he tombstone Dane in English, so when he put them both in the casket. Taker wins, gets the win. Fans love Taker. Rusev Day was not over here at all, so he was definitely the heel. Then we go to Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar steel cage. Here we go yet again. Are you ready for this match? Fuck. The match this is worse than John Cena and Randy Orton now. I never want to see Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns ever again. I never want to see this match ever. Just don't ever show this to me ever again. Please let this be the fucking last match. Don't ever show me this goddamn fucking match again. God, it's a damn cage match. Just stop booking this damn match. It was fucking horrible. It was worse than the WrestleMania match. It was quicker. But it's Superman punch, German suplex, F5 spear. Superman punch, German suplex, F5 spear. Same shit you see every fucking match whenever these two wrestle. And they use the cage this time, and he spears them through the cage, and it was a complete botch. Roman Reigns won the match. But because Brock was supposed to win clearly, it was obviously Lesnar was going to win. They had to give it to Brock, and I guess what they said was his body hit the floor, and You can say that, even though his body, he landed on the cage mesh. But as you know, in a fence, a cage, there's holes and it's open. So I guess his skin, his back, was poking through it, and he hit it through the flesh, and like a few parts of his skin on his back hit the mat, and he wins. It was a complete botch. Roman Reigns really should have won, but holy fuck, that was a bad botch. I can't blame. Essentially, I don't like Roman Reigns. It's hard to really blame him. Like, you're going through a cage, you're landing. I think his feet got caught on the ropes. And it's like hard to catch yourself right there, and he like fell over. But the way they booked it, it's like, all right, they're doing this again. It's probably, you know what? It's going to be Brock and Roman at next year's WrestleMania in the main event, and Roman's going to get coronated. That has to be it. Because how could you keep booking this damn match? I have nothing else to say. Fuck this fucking match. I never want to see this goddamn match ever in my fucking life again. Fuck this shit. This is fucking trash. I've had enough of this garbage. Stop booking this fucking match. Anyway, Greatest Royal Rumble is about to start. Hopefully that's really good. It has to be. It's fucking bullshit. How many times are they going to book this? So the winner gets a trophy and the title. So do you defend the title? I guess you just keep it as a souvenir. So, Daniel Bryan comes out. You see a lot of people doing the yes chant. Even though you could see like a lot of the members of the royal family weren't doing anything, but yeah, he got a big pop. Dolph Ziggler comes out. No one gives a shit. So these two are starting. So Sin Cara got eliminated quickly, and then Mark Henry came out, number 5. He eliminated the 4th guy, who was Curtis Axel. When Henry was walking down the ring, my God, his knees looked shot. He was walking with a guy whose knees are completely shot. They had Henry throw out Canales quickly, and then they brought in this Hiroki Sumi sumo wrestler, and Henry eliminates him quickly, then Ziggler and Bryan eliminate Henry, and man, this match sucks right now. Hornswoggle made his return later in the match, and he got a huge reaction from the fans. They got eliminated quickly. Kurt Angle came out, he eliminated a couple guys. Kofi Kingston's doing his usual stuff in the Rumble, so it's 50 men. It's crazy. Michael Cole is fucking terrible. He is driving me nuts. He's ruining this fucking match. Why are JR and the King there, and you leave him on the pre-show? Just have him on the panel. You fly him out all the way to Saudi Arabia just to be on the fucking panel? Why aren't they calling this fucking match? Michael Cole's fucking terrible. Then Elias eliminated a whole bunch of guys, and I guess Kofi, he didn't really do his big spot, hanging off of Xavier. That's it. I don't like how they eliminated Kurt Angle so quickly. Fuck Michael Cole, fuck Corey Graves, fuck Byron Saxton. This fucking commentary is fucking garbage. Fuck all you guys. Just put JR and the King there. They would do a good job. At least they'd try, even though they probably fall asleep during the match. They would at least try to make it entertaining. These fucking losers are fucking ruining it. Just go fuck yourselves. Fuck off. Just fire all these motherfuckers. Rey Mysterio made another return. They did a certain spot with Tyler Breeze and Fandango. I'm surprised they weren't sentenced to be beheaded when they did this whole spot in this country. When Roderick Strong came into the match, all I can think about is how much smaller he is than everybody. Oh my God, it's so drastic. Oh my God, Titus O'Neil. That was hilarious. Oh my God. Oh shit. Oh my God, that Titus O'Neil thing. Holy fuck, the botches tonight. You have Jinder Mahal flopping out of nowhere when Jeff Hardy doesn't touch him. You have Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar going through the cage and Roman winning, even though they gave the match to Lesnar. And then you have Titus O'Neil. This is Botchamania. This can be a whole year of Botchamania, this fucking show. Oh shit, it's Braun Strowman, my pick to win. There was a series in the match. Randy Orton gets eliminated, but before that, he eliminates Rey Mysterio and Baron Corbin. Great Khali is going to take about an hour to walk to the damn ring. Khali didn't last long. But I don't know what the hell happened to Daniel Bryan's chest. What the fuck, man? It looks brutal. So they let Daniel Bryan break the Royal Rumble record. So Shane's out right now. Cass was 49 and 50's Jericho. Oh my God, that was a horrible botch by Lashley on Cass. Fucking dropped him on his head. Jesus Christ, Braun Strowman almost fucking killed Shane McMahon. That fucking looked brutal. So Strowman eliminates a few more guys, and Big Cass eliminates Daniel Bryan. Hopefully that means Daniel Bryan wins at Backlash, but Cass gets the heat on Bryan. Bryan lasted forever in this match. Strowman with the victory eliminates Big Cass last. Definitely the right choice. If it wasn't Daniel Bryan, Braun Strowman, one of those two had to win. He gets a big one. He gets a big celebration. You have Vince McMahon in the ring and I guess it's a prince from Saudi Arabia, gives him the trophy and the belt. Strowman celebrates like a complete babyface. I mean, he's kind of not that monster killer heel anymore I loved, but I mean, he looks like he's going to be their top guy if they just change their mind on Roman. So he should be the guy who beat Brock, who will beat Brock Lesnar. He probably will be. And great choice for Braun Strowman to win. He should have won the main event at WrestleMania, beating Brock for the title this year, and he can be a massive star, but I don't know how much longer they can hold that off. But Rumble was entertaining. I liked it, but the show was not very good. It is what it is. This was propaganda, WWE doing it on this country that oppresses women and gays, but it is what it is. It was an entertaining show, not a great show, but I found it entertaining. I think I'm happy Strowman won the Rumble at the end, and it was the fireworks. I also have to admit were really great. The pyro was great. It looks really cool. The set looked really nice. So I'm not completely negative on the show. I don't agree with how the women were treated, but that's what's best for business.